Happy Lumberjack Monday on Tuesday. Let's get you all caught up with what happened in the Islanders prospect pool over the weekend. It is only day 2 of March break, and I'm already exhausted. I don't know how he did it for a year and a half being at home with the kids full time, but it's day 2 and I'm already exhausted, which is why I'm doing this on Tuesday instead of Monday, because by the time I sat down to do it on Monday, I fell asleep in my chair basically. But let's get to what we're here for, the weekend catch-up. Here's a bunch of names and number for what happened on the weekend for the players in the prospect pool. I've kept 3 players aside to speak about specifically. The first player I want to talk about is Alex Jefferies. Had a goal, -3, but 4 shots on net over the weekend. Merrimack season is now done. They went through their conference or division playoffs. Didn't really get too far, although that was to be expected. They weren't one of these stronger teams in their conference, but they did well enough, and Jefferies did as well, right? The goal just really well worked from him, and it's something we've seen throughout the year. Just right place, right time from Jefferies. With the season done for Jefferies, it's maybe time to look at what he did over the season as a whole. Just real quick, when you compare what he did to last year, the NHLE isn't there. He's got 23 points this year, which is more than what he had last year, but in 33 games compared to 12. And you can see here that the NHLE takes a little bit of a hit. He goes down, he loses essentially 2 NHLE points to what he had last year. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's a sophomore year for him. And they brought in some bigger players in terms of their potential to kind of ice that top line, whereas Alex Jefferies was doing a lot of heavy lifting last year as a freshman. Expect him to be one of their top players in the next season when he's a junior. Matthias Rajaniemi had an assist, a secondary assist, 3 shots on goal, and averaged 8 minutes of ice time, which is low AF for Matthias Rajaniemi. Not recently, though. Over his last week or 2, the ice time just has completely fallen off. He was listed on the top pair. He didn't necessarily play top pair minutes, but was getting 11 to 14, maybe not 11, maybe 14, 15, 16 minutes a night. Now he's got half of that. 8 minutes a night is what he's getting. And there's no real reason than just they're really trying to claw their way back into the playoffs. And they're saying, you 19-year-old Matthias Rajaniemi, take a step down, son. We're going to let some of the older players take a run here and hopefully guide us back into a playoff position. That's really it. He's still playing well enough. And again, he's still 19 years old. And this is his second full year at the league level. So good things in terms of development for Matthias Rajaniemi, but as a 6th round pick, you don't expect a whole lot necessarily, or you at least expect it's going to be a project, and that's what it's turning out to be. So, as expected. What has been a surprise in the New York Islanders system this year is Samuel Bolduc. He is not having the same impact he was having last year when he had 14 points in 24 games in his first professional year. This year, now he's got 5 points in 44 games, picked up 2 points on the weekend with a goal, an assist, and a shot on net. And the goal was nice for a defenseman. He's coming out of the box, which sucks that he took a penalty, and it was early in the game too. Comes out of the box, racing on a 2-on-1, carrying the puck into the offensive zone, and just says, you know what, I'm going to take this one, and does. Yippee, it was a nice shot, and hopefully that gives him a shot of confidence. But I did say that the first time he scored in the year, and that didn't happen, so it probably won't happen this time, but I sure as hell hope it does. So has Samuel Bolduc woken up, right? 2 points in over a weekend is a good thing for a guy who's only got 5 on the year. Has he woken up? I'm not going to say he has. It looks really good, and I sure as hell hope he has. 2 points over the weekend in 2 games is great for Samuel Bolduc. but we need to see this throughout the rest of the year. Not a point per game, but a more consistent impact on the score sheet, because that's what he did last year, and that's what he should be doing this year. Thank you for watching. Thank you for following. Sorry it's come out a little bit late, but March break has been a kick in the pants for me. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button. And if you have, thank you, thank you, thank you.